I was wrong about HBAR, and it's not easy for me to say I was wrong about anything. Ask my girlfriend. And before, I thought that HBAR was kind of inflating a bit too fast. I thought there were some slight issues with the smart contract and the potential for future manipulation of the price. But there's so much insane stuff going on with HBAR right now. And if you look at the crypto space and where it's really headed, HBAR is way, way bigger than I think anyone, even the biggest HBAR crypto bulls, are giving it credit for. So in a past video that I made about HBAR, I told you that I was selling my HBAR, and I did. And I'm now looking to get back into HBAR with my tail between my legs. I'm not yet back into it, but I will find a time in the next few weeks if the charts show me the right place. And I'll show you where I think I can get into HBAR slightly later on. I see in my Telegram all the time people commenting on HBAR. And those people aren't just shilling HBAR. They're not just telling me that HBAR is good and it's going to go massive and this is why they bought it, but they know their stuff. The majority of the people who are buying HBAR right now are super switched on, smart people in crypto. So it led me to wonder, what have I missed? So I started to delve deeper into Twitter. I started to get into the details of all of the HBAR transactions and all the kind of nerdy stuff that I actually really hate in crypto. And this is pretty much the first thing that I came across once I started to delve a little bit deeper. And that ultimately is the transaction count on the blockchain. And you can see at number 1, we've got HBAR. And not only is it significantly bigger than anything else, we've got Ethereum down here in number 13. This is insane. This isn't even into a full-blown bull market. The amount of people and organizations actually using blockchain technology right now is quite small compared to the absolute enormous potential that it possesses. But not only is HBAR at the top of this list, but you can see that in the last year, while the crypto market has been coming down, HBAR has just been building year on year. The amount of transactions, the amount of use cases it's being able to provide different organizations with. And here in the last day, you can see already 64.65 million transactions. This is over on Metrica that shows us some of the kind of deeper, geekier crypto facts if you want to find out more. 64.65 million transactions on HBAR at an average around 745 transactions per second. And we have yet to see more and more of these enterprises arriving onto HBAR, and that's really going to drive an insane rise in the price of HBAR. And if we look back in the past, we can already see that there's lots of different organizations jumping on and using HBAR. This comes all the way back from October of 2021 with DBS, Southeast Asian or Singaporean bank, to join HBAR Governing Council. Since then, we've seen tons of other organizations jumping on board of HBAR. HBAR is pretty much unrivaled in the speed and efficiency that it can deliver its use case. And that has meant that we've seen a ton of Web3 applications and various other things already being built onto HBAR. It's available across every major exchange that you can think of. There's so many other tools, grants, and accelerators that HBAR is being featured on. And if we come down below to the governing councils, you can see that some of the world's largest organizations, not just on-chain but off-chain, are also operating on Hedera. These range from the aerospace industry of Boeing, to the financial sector with DBS, the energy sector with French EDF. If we jump across to the HBAR Twitter page, where there is a phenomenal amount of information, we can already see that there's been over 7 billion transactions taking part on HBAR. And why this particular Twitter page is way beyond the Twitter pages you'll find for various other blockchains is because the HBAR community is one of the most passionate and educated communities that I've seen. And as we move into AI, which has just happened so quickly in just the last few weeks, few months, you've probably seen that AI is going absolutely crazy across all different sectors. But in order for this massive, powerful technology to be able to achieve what it's meant to achieve, it needs to run on extremely fast, extremely efficient blockchain. And this is where HBAR is really starting to come into its own. In the past, we've seen an explosion in the likes of Ethereum and Solana because of their interaction in things like the NFT market. And now we're starting to see HBAR getting more involved in NFTs as well. There's nothing that exists on Ethereum or Solana that HBAR isn't able to deal with. And recently I've tried using Ethereum again thinking that after an upgrade we would start to see a huge discount in gas fees, but absolutely zero chance of that happening, and we're still seeing it taking a while to process different orders. So as I look at HBAR, we can see the market cap currently sat at $1.8 billion. Now we already know that HBAR is outperforming the rest of the blockchains in terms of the speed and growth of its user base. That's probably one of the most enviable lists of any of the blockchains in terms of who it's partnering up with, who it's been working with. And there's a few reasons why it perhaps sits a little bit lower down the list than other blockchains such as Ethereum. Now we can see Ethereum currently the second biggest crypto with a market cap of $220 billion. And that's currently 122 times bigger than the market cap of HBAR. Now there is a slight reason behind this. Not only is it the original blockchain, which gives it quite a lot of bragging rights for sure, and for a very good reason. You know, it's very difficult to come up with original technology that's perhaps never even existed before, so kudos to them. Also, the gas fees do help to boost the price of Ethereum. But as we move into a future where people are going to be more aware of blockchain and all the necessary capabilities that it has, I think people are going to start to shy away from using Ethereum and start to look for alternatives, and already you're seeing HBAR facilitating this transition. So it's 122x to being the current value of Ethereum. During the last bull market, the crypto market cap hit around $3 trillion. Each time we're seeing it explode to a greater and greater degree. And there's a very good reason for that. You were probably around during the last bull market, but probably most of you weren't around in the bull market before that. A lot less people would have been. And the bull market before that, well, you'll probably struggle to find anyone you know who owned crypto back in 2013. So the network effect basically has crypto growing bigger and bigger every single cycle. And we could anticipate that moving towards a market cap of like $7 to maybe even $10 trillion is more than realistic in my opinion. The development of AI and blockchain technology is going to see more and more enterprises having to find solutions, and HBAR, I believe, is that solution. So yes, while HBAR tokens are inflating and you will lose around 3% of its value each year because the use cases of HBAR are stacking up, because the utilities of HBAR are becoming more and more known about by the HBAR community and other people around them, HBAR could well accelerate to having an incredibly large market cap in the future. Now, in the last bull market, we saw Ethereum's market cap moving towards $600–700 billion. And at that price, if HBAR was to get there, you're looking at a 350x on a coin that's currently sat with $1 billion+ market cap. Now that's insanely exciting, because if you're looking at risk versus reward, then we have an insane opportunity for HBAR. Now, as with any cryptocurrency, we've seen a huge amount of downside in the last bear market, and the smaller cap cryptos saw even more pain than others. But currently, to be holding a value of over $1 billion with the potential to see a 350x in the future, I think HBAR presents probably one of the best risks to rewards opportunities out there in the market right now. And there's a very good reason for that. In my opinion, we have seen the lows at the bottom of the bear market, which means that every crypto that's pretty much survived that, especially if they are now holding over $1 billion in their market cap, I think you'll find it very difficult to see those coins going to zero. Now, it could be wrong. It's obviously not financial advice. But if I'm getting in the game right now, I don't see there being much in terms of a downside risk, but a 350x potential to the upside. Now, I could be again wrong. We could just see it go up 2 or 3x. Who knows? And the way the community is reaching out and building itself more and more, I've not seen any other crypto out there that one has such a passionate community, but not just a passionate community, but a passionate community of people who actually know what they're talking about. This isn't just people saying you should buy Gala because they make good games. This is people who understand the power of these partnerships that HBAR is forming, the benefits of having such an efficient and secure blockchain moving into the future that operates in a completely different way from all other blockchains. And why I'm looking at getting into HBAR again right now, obviously I've just told you, but if we look into the charts, there's some powerful things going on right now. And I want to show you the charts using these indicators that I've been using from Chart Prime, who I'm delighted have been able to sponsor this video. And I've been back testing these indicators for the last few weeks, trading Bitcoin mostly, but now I'm using it to pick up altcoins at major discounts. And it's been super powerful because it gives me some really easy to see information like this, which is a green box down here that denotes where H-bar will be at a discount price. Now currently, if I was to jump in right now, then I potentially would run the risk of losing 4 or 5% down towards that area. And that's not massive, I agree. Talking 355x in the future, then that's around 1,420% that I'm going to be missing out on by not waiting until we get into this discount zone. If you want to see how incredibly accurate these discount zones have been for me, I just want to show you this Hello chart. Look at the discount box and where it is. And yesterday, guys, Hello Labs wicked down into this box here. It literally wicked down perfectly, came all the way back up. And once it wicked back up, it saw nearly 11% at times. And looking at the 15-minute on H-bar, again, you can see that it bounced down into here. We got a signal saying possible reversal. It bounced into the green box, and within seconds, it pretty much came out of it. So instead of buying H-bar right now, I can wait for it to drop down here and have a buy position good to go from here, and then I've got even better upside potential. And if then you're wondering, well, if I'm in day trades, how do I take profits? Well, you've got this premium box up here, and often we're seeing it hit the premium box and then turn back around again. And looking at the daily chart, you can see this ribbon that runs through the middle. This shows the general direction the market is heading in. Right now, we can see it's turned to a bit of a red color, so we could potentially see a bit more of a shift towards the downside. And that then is why I'm waiting potentially to see H-bar arriving back into this discount zone. For H-bar, I definitely do intend to see some buy orders being placed in this area here. If I'm able to load up my bags and buy in here, then we can see that what happened last time we dipped into this area, we got this massive rally for H-bar all the way up 38%. And looking down into this oscillator, you can see that every time it's getting down into this area, it gives me an oversold signal. And what I've been doing to test this is using the oversold signal in conjunction with the discount box to look for buys. But let's zoom out to a weekly and think about where H-bar realistically could be headed in the future. And this is looking at H-bar over on Bybit, so obviously you don't have all the historical data. But from this swing high back in November 2021, which is pretty much the top of the bull market, we saw it hitting 46 cents, which from this level is a 6.7x. And you're like, that's no big deal. I didn't come here for 6.7x. And I agree, guys. You should not necessarily be looking for 6.7x in the likes of H-bar, because you were a less risky 6.7x, in my opinion, in the likes of Ethereum, maybe even in the likes of Bitcoin, who even knows. But I think there's a real case for looking towards $1 from current levels, which is a 17x in H-bar. I think that actually in the next bull market, we could be looking towards a $3 H-bar. And you're like, well, that's not 355x. And you'll be right. But I've talked about in a few of my videos that people are very, very impatient in crypto. People are asking me, can I make a 5x in this coin by the summer? Tell me what the price of H-bar is going to be in June. Guys, this is completely the wrong mindset. On a very immediate time frame, it's very, very difficult to predict when something is going to hit a particular level. And you probably realize that with the banks, people on Wall Street, who are far more experienced traders than myself, and pretty much far more experienced traders than anyone else on YouTube right now. I don't care who you think knows their stuff. People don't have the guaranteed crystal ball that knows when something is going to have happened. But what we do know is with everything that's happening on H-bar right now, and everything that's happening in the world right now, the use cases for H-bar are gonna catapult us to the moon. And we should be looking to buy H-bar, and any other crypto pretty much for that matter, to be getting out in potentially the next 2 years, 3 years. And I say getting out, I mean taking profits. You can hold for longer terms. But I also want to sort of point out that yes, we may see an incredibly valuable H-bar in the future where we see around a 350x. I don't think that that's unreasonable, but whether it happens in the next bull market is up for discussion. And therefore, we want to be taking profits in the next bull market because it may come crashing all the way back down again, like we've seen with every other crypto. And then in the bull market that happens in around 6 years' time, then we could be seeing that 350x exploding towards the upside. But that's why these discount zones and signals have been so powerful for me. And I understand you might not want to be day trading crypto because it can be difficult, it can be stressful, but this is taking away so much of the pressure from all the trading that I was doing before. And if you're interested in getting hold of those same signals I've been using, I haven't done anything to them, guys. I've literally just dropped them onto the chart, you can go over to the link down below in the description, head to Chart Prime with a 7-day money-back guarantee. If you use that link, it's 30% off, and that won't last forever. There's a huge community of people using this already. There's tons of tutorials and strategies where you can learn to trade using this. But if you're just using it for spot, I still think that there's incredible value in having a tool like this and being able to buy at a discount and sell at the premium prices, whether you're talking about HBAR, whether you're talking about Gala, whether you're talking about Algorand, whatever it is that you're buying and selling, this is really going to help you make those decisions for yourself. So in summary, I think that the future of HBAR is far more exciting than I gave it credit for before. And I'm sorry for what I said before about HBAR. I still think that it is inflationary and I would like to get rid of that for the ideal investment. But there's so much associated risk with every crypto out there right now. HBAR is not without risk. It's important that you understand that there is risk, but there's so much development going on. There's such a passionate team behind this project and so much going forward that I'm excited about. And if you want to discuss HBAR further and let me know your thoughts, then please get into my Telegram. It's linked down below and absolutely free, and I'd love to hear your opinion. And let me know anything that you think I've missed about HBAR, because I am also learning and I want to learn more from you guys as well. If you enjoyed that video, please hit the like button for me and subscribe, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye-bye.